Good Tuesday morning, Mount Olive Church. Friends of Mount Olive Church. Andrew Short here with you on this Tuesday morning. So I'm going to try to share my screen here. Filling in for Brother Jody today, who's taking a much-deserved break. Hope he's enjoying himself. We'll provide, all right, sharing our screen there. So I want to talk a little about Sunday's message and do a little devotion here. Hopefully you got a chance to be with us there on Sunday and witness that in person, and also had a chance to watch Brother TJ's devotion from yesterday. But just kind of want to be quick here today and want to talk about providing. God will provide. It seems to be kind of a theme in messages I've heard, messages that have been at Mount Olive for the last little bit. God providing. And so we'll get to that here in just a second. We'll go Genesis 22, where Pastor TJ was at on Sunday. And then I want to go back to Wednesday night service for a little bit. Brother Brett was in Exodus chapter 16. So it's almost like this week in highlights at Mount Olive Church. But from Sunday here, Genesis chapter 22. And of course, hopefully you were with us. And if not, you probably know very familiar story here with Abraham and taking Isaac. And I guess the point that really hit me was, all of it, was emotional kind of, and thinking about giving up your son. I don't have sons, but I've got daughters. And so you can put, as a parent, you can certainly put yourself in that situation. But I think that the part that really hit me, even as we were doing the skit there, was here in verse 8, Abraham says to Isaac, they're standing there. Isaac asked him, even looking at Logan, who's not my son, and we're just acting this thing out, but him asking me, it hits me kind of in that moment of Dad, what are we going to do? Where's our sacrifice? And Abraham responds here in verse 8. Abraham said, "My son, God will provide himself a lamb for a burnt offering." So they went, both of them together. So even though God had told Abraham, I need you to take Isaac, you're going to sacrifice him. Even at this time, Abraham's still believing, still having faith that God is going to provide what he needs in that situation. And then skipping down to verse 14, after the story's over and the rams caught in the thicket. Loved that point from Pastor TJ there in the devotion yesterday. And Abraham called the name of that place, so that mountain that they were on, Jehovah Jireh, as it is said, to this day, in the mount of the Lord shall be seen. So the Jehovah Jireh, the Lord will provide. And I love the background connection Pastor TJ did there. About that mount possibly being Mount Calvary, and if you think of that as the Lord will provide, man, that's awesome, isn't it? But the provision and God providing to us what we need. TJ said this was a quote from him there yesterday. He said, "Living on Monday," and I'm actually filming this on Monday. So today, when I got up, and even at this point in time, walking faith by faith. I started to do the whole thing on that. Pastor TJ was talking about the step by step, right? You take one step by faith, and then the next one, and then the next one. It's not just one big step and you're there. It's faith by faith, step by step. But he says, living on Monday, walking faith by faith, is to realize and trust God will provide. Not, I hope God provides, or, God will probably provide. It's God will provide when you need him to provide. I was thinking to myself, he has always provided for me. It may not have been the exact way I wanted it to, but he has always provided for me, and he always will. And that's such a good reminder. So this was from if you notice there, going back to that slide, this is a picture, if you didn't catch that, of somebody had drawn here, I found on the internet, of gathering manna. And that was what Brother Brett did on Wednesday. If you weren't with us on Wednesday night, go back and check that message out. I texted him. It was very, very good. Not that it's ever not, but it was it hit me right where I was at. It was entitled, "That's Enough." And I took it when he originally said it as like, that's enough, like your mom or dad's, man, that's enough of that. But it wasn't that. It was, that's enough, as in that's enough for you. It's enough, right? But in Exodus chapter 16, and he talks about the manna and how God provided the manna from heaven for the Israelites there. And here in verse 18, it says, "And when they did meet it with an omer, he that gathered much had nothing over." So he that gathered more than he was supposed to didn't have anything left. Next, it says, and he that gathered little had no lack. So he that didn't gather enough still had enough. They gathered every man according to his eating. So no matter whether he gathered too much or not enough, it was all enough for him. And so kind of how that hit me, and the lesson kind of in a nutshell Wednesday night for me was, don't worry about the future, right? Don't worry about what's coming next week. Don't worry about what's coming tomorrow. Don't worry about maybe even what's coming in a decade. Don't worry about that. Also, don't stay in the past, right? Don't worry about what you did in your past. Jesus has forgiven that. Focus on the blessings God provides for us right now. That manna that was coming from heaven was coming right then and there. Israelites wanted to complain about what they used to have or what they wish they had in the future, but they couldn't focus on the blessings they had right then and there. They had frosted flakes all around them, right? And isn't that so much like us? It's so much like me to worry about what's going to happen with this, God. Just wring my hands over it. I've done it all day today, and as I was even preparing for this devotion, but to not worry about what's going to happen tomorrow, not worry about what happened yesterday, but to enjoy God's blessings was Brett's point on Wednesday night. Enjoy what he provides for us right now, the job he's given me, the family he's given me, the health he's given me, the church family he's given me, that, if nothing else, the forgiveness and the salvation that he gave me on the cross when he died for me and he rose again on the third day. So, remember that this week. Remember the blessings. Try to live in the blessings that he gives us right now. And so where'd my screen go there? There we go. So as I kind of try to bring this to an end here, I clicked the wrong button. Sorry about that. I hope you got something out of that. I know it was certainly good for me, and just wanted to share that with you guys. Remember, God will provide for you right where you're at right now in the present. We love you guys. Have a great day. And hopefully we'll see you in church soon.